Hi, my name is Lydia Filson, and today we are in John 2, so let's jump right into it. One of the first questions is, why was Jesus so angry at the money changers as they were selling things in the temple? Well, let's hop on over to Scripture and find out. Verse 16 says, "And he told those who sold the pigeons, 'Take these things away. Do not make my Father's house a house of trade.'" So, what we're unpacking from that is the fact that the temple was a place that was from the Old Testament to the New Testament, and still to this day, it's meant to be of covenantal fellowship, a place for us to be near to God. And here we have some money changers, scamming it up, trying to get a little bit of that extra coin. And so from that, it makes sense why Jesus would be so angry. And another thing that stands out is the fact that later in the passage, we see these money changers scrambling up to Jesus, and they're like, "Well, what are you doing here? What gives you the right to tear this place down?" And Jesus is basically like, "Well, it is my house." And he goes on to say, "This temple gets knocked down, I'll rebuild it in 3 days." And they're like, 3 days? It took 40 years to build this. But, Jesus is talking about his body as the temple. So we're scooting down the line, and we see that Jesus, he dies and he rises after 3 days. So when we're looking at this, we're seeing this just onion, just layers and layers, and just things that maybe you wouldn't catch at the very first glimpse. And finally, let's have a little chat about some different things that we can do when we enter the house of the Lord. For us, we don't have a temple, we have the church, and what we can do to show more reverence to God. I think one of the best ways to show just that sense of honor when we walk in the place is to really try to kind of dig in our hearts and humble ourselves, which is so much easier said than done, I get it. But really taking time to realize that we're there to be with one another as Christians in the faith. We're there to be present and to really just take in the time that this is our time, one day out of the week, or 7 days a week, I don't know how many hours that is, that's a long time, and we're given a few hours on that one special day to really try to just come before Jesus and thank him and be grateful just for everything. But anyways, I know everyone has had a really hard time lately, and it's crazy. It's weird times we're living in, man, but I really hope everyone's doing well and that whatever's going on this week will go well. So, have a great week.